My dad bought me a go-kart, a 60cc go-kart when I was 8, and I started racing back then. But I think it was only once I moved up to the junior Rotex class and I won my first race, and then that's when, once you win a race, is when you start thinking, actually, I can be really good at this, and maybe I should try get a career out of it and go further. Motorsport isn't that big in Kenya. I think the biggest races got to was around 8-9 competitors in my category. And motorsport is an expensive sport, so it wasn't that popular in Kenya, and many people didn't know about it. So it was definitely a new avenue to explore. So it's quite exciting to be the first person to go down this route and possibly make history. Because I think I'm the first Formula 3 Kenyan driver. So that's quite exciting.
Is there extra pressure then on you as a result?
I think it's more exciting than pressure. It's just, obviously there's always that pressure to make it, but whether I was from Kenya or from another country, I'd always want to go about getting to Formula One, which, whatever the situation, I'd still keep striving to get there. But yeah.
The reason I say that is because you've gone back to Kenya, you've opened a library there, so it's obviously something that you feel, I don't know whether it's just about promoting the sport or it's about bringing money back to the country. What's the main motivation in that?
The library project was a way of giving back to community, because I've been very privileged enough to have gone to some of the best schools in Kenya and also in the UK, and I've seen all the amazing opportunities that education can give someone. So the project was a way of giving back to other less fortunate Kenyans so that they can also learn and give themselves a good foundation, that hopefully one day they can also then realize their dreams and be in a position where they can follow and achieve them. So that it's not only about me following my dreams, but that one day I can also help other people also get to the place where I am and go even further.
Would it describe for me what the area is like, what life is like for those where you've built this library?
Yeah, so we built the library in a slum called Kibera, and yes, the people, the housing density is quite high. You get large families living in very small areas. So yeah, life it's quite tough. They can't afford many of the basic things that we often take for granted. Accessibility to clean water, how the houses are built. They're built on, we call them mabati, which is like steel, and they're not very strong. You can imagine sometimes when it gets really cold, they don't have much clothing, availability for water to shower, clean water to drink. Those are some of the conditions that these guys are living in. So it'd be good to give them a good education that one day they may be able to escape this poverty.
So that was a conscious decision by you to put a library which is seen as kind of this seat of learning within that area?
Yes.
Because I'll come back to that point that you're a teenager, right, Jeremy? So you could be out enjoying yourself. You're a student too, enjoying all that school life brings to it, and yet you're kind of trying to be this motor racing driver, be the best that you possibly can there, be a student too, but also then support a community that you love and respect. Yeah. I would imagine that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you have to make a choice on what to prioritize. So for me, the goal is obviously to be first Kenyan Formula One driver. So what I do and my actions have to reflect that. So instead of going out and having fun every weekend, then I could take more time doing my studies or catching up on the work I miss when I'm racing, or get some extra fitness sessions in. And then when I go back home over the holidays is when I get the time to then focus on the work back home with the library and raising awareness about racing.
Become a role model. Who were your role models?
Watching racing, I really enjoyed watching. I still do enjoy watching Lewis Hamilton. He's my favorite driver. Hopefully I'll get to racing one day. Hopefully in the next 4 or 5 years, if he's still there. That would be a real great opportunity.
What would it mean for you to step out on a Formula One grid up against Lewis Hamilton then?
Obviously I can think about it, but I'm sure that when the moment does come, I'll feel completely different. But it'll be, obviously, to be cliche, to be a dream come true, because of all the hard work that everyone's put in, not just me, but my family and friends and everyone who's helped me get where I am today and is pushing for me to get forward. So it'll be, just a relief, thankfulness for everyone who's helped, and excitement for, well, now the journey to get Formula One has paid off, and now it's the beginning rather than the end. Because it's not just getting there, but then doing well when you're there.